She tilted her iced Starbucks cup with that perfect mean girl smirk, and poured the entire thing over the homeless man's head. The cold coffee ran down his face, mixed with rain, and froze in his beard while my 15-year-old cousin Brooke laughed, recording it for her Snapchat story. I stood there, shaking with rage, never dreaming that one day she'd be the one on her knees in the mud, begging for forgiveness. My name is Riley Thompson. I'm 20 now, a sophomore at the University of Washington. But when I was a 15-year-old sophomore at Lincoln High in Tacoma, one moment of cruelty and one quiet act of kindness changed everything forever. October in Tacoma, non-stop freezing rain. Mom worked 2 jobs, mornings at Target, nights cleaning offices. Money was always short. Still, every day she packed me the same embarrassing lunch. Peanut butter sandwich, no jelly in an old Ziploc. I cut through Wright Park every afternoon after school. That's where I first saw him. An old man on the same bench, soaked, shaking, looking like he hadn't eaten in weeks. One day, I couldn't walk past anymore. I quietly left my sandwich beside him. He didn't even look up. The next day, it was gone. After that, I started leaving food every single day. Sometimes he took it, sometimes he didn't. I never told a soul. Then came the morning that still makes my blood boil. I was rushing to first period when I saw Brooke, my spoiled cousin from the fancy private academy across the street, living in a luxury downtown dorm because her parents were always overseas, and her whole clique surrounding the old man. Brooke was filming on her phone. She looked right into the camera, smirked, and slowly poured her $7 iced caramel macchiato all over his head. Her friends screamed, laughing. Someone shouted, "Do it again." The old man just sat there, dripping, staring at the ground. I wanted to scream at her, but Brooke's family owned half the city. I was powerless. Instead, I ran straight to the old man the second Brooke turned away. I pulled out my handkerchief, gently wiped the sticky coffee off his face, looked him in the eyes, and whispered, "I'm so sorry, she's horrible." He didn't say a word, but his eyes thanked me. Brooke saw me do it. She laughed even louder and yelled, "Oh, the poor girl's defending the trash." I burned with hate and walked away. Exactly 1 week later, my mother discovered an empty Tupperware in my bag. Her eyes narrowed, suspicion growing. Soon, she started noticing it. Every day, something from the fridge would mysteriously disappear. When she confronted me, I tried to hide the truth at first, but finally, I confessed everything about giving food to the beggar. That night, the consequences hit me like a storm. My mother's hand connected with my cheek with a sharp slap, and for a moment, I saw stars. "We can barely pay the rent, and you're stealing our food to feed some stray?" she shouted, her voice trembling with anger. "From tomorrow, you're going to your aunt's house." No discussion. My Aunt Brooke's mom, rich, cold-hearted, zero empathy. Mom dropped me at their North Seattle mansion the next morning. My aunt put on the sweetest smile while Mom was there. The second Mom's car disappeared, the smile vanished. Within 3 days, she had moved me to the basement laundry room, locked the kitchen after 7 p.m., handed me a daily chore list with the words, "Earn your keep or get out." 2 weeks later, she threw my backpack at my feet and said, "You're not family, you're a bill. Don't come back without money." I was 15, homeless, with $11 in my pocket. The next month was pure survival. Every morning at 4 a.m., I carried fish crates at the Tacoma docks just to eat. I sold handmade bracelets and crocheted keychains to tourists at Pike Place Market. One freezing November Saturday, I was sitting on a piece of cardboard near the market entrance, trying to make enough for a hostel bed that night. Then I heard that laugh I hated more than anything. Brooke, designer puffer jacket, new iPhone 15 Pro, filming a TikTok with her rich friends. She saw me, and her eyes lit up like she'd won the lottery. Well, the little charity case finally knows her place. She kicked my entire display into a muddy puddle, stepped on my only winter coat, and screamed, "Everyone film this. Bow down and thank me for the views." Phones were out. People were laughing. Tears burned my eyes. Then a deep, ice-cold voice sliced through the noise. "Take your foot off her coat. Right now." The crowd froze. There he stood, the same old homeless man. But now he was clean-shaven, tall, wearing a $5,000 black coat, flanked by 2 suited bodyguards. Brooke rolled her eyes. "Get out of my shot, hobo." He smiled like death. "I own the shot, Brooke. I own the market. I own your dorm. And I own the $58 million loan your father is begging my company for this week." He handed a matte black business card to the nearest phone. "Nathan Caldwell. Caldwell Properties and Investments." Brooke went white as a ghost. Nathan turned to the crowd, voice booming. 3 months ago, I was mugged outside my office. Beaten unconscious, robbed, severe concussion, total amnesia. I walked out of the hospital and lived on these streets for 87 days, watching who still had a heart. He stared stared straight at Brooke. You poured coffee on me. Your mother had security throw me off her property. Your friends filmed it and laughed. Then he turned to me, tears in his eyes. But this girl, this 15-year-old girl who had nothing, brought me food every single day. And the day you humiliated me, she was the only one who ran to me, wiped my face with her own handkerchief, and apologized for your cruelty. He dropped to one knee in the middle of Pike Place Market, in front of hundreds of phones. Riley, my memory came back 2 days ago, and the very first thing I remembered was your kindness, and the warmth of that handkerchief on my face. Then he stood up and spoke to his assistant, loud enough for every live stream. Cancel the Harrington family loan, immediately, and release the security footage of Brooke pouring coffee on a homeless man, to every news outlet and TikTok account that wants it. Brooke collapsed into the same muddy puddle she'd just destroyed my stuff in, screaming and begging. Nathan never looked back. That night, he took me to his house on Lake Washington, bought Mom a new home the next week, put a full-ride college scholarship in my name before Christmas. Every October now, Nathan picks me up in his old truck. We buy peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and eat on the exact same park bench. He always says the same thing. You didn't just feed a broken man, Riley. You wiped away the cruelty of the world with one small handkerchief. Kindness is never too small to be remembered. And cruelty? The universe keeps perfect receipts, and it always collects. If this story made you angry and then made you cry, smash that like button, comment kindness wins if you're Team Riley, and subscribe to Moralist. We drop new karma stories every single day. Where are you watching from? Drop your city below. I read every comment. This is Riley Thompson, and I'll see you in the next one.